In the vast landscape of world literature, few figures command as much reverence as Leo Nikolaevich Tolstoy. Born on September 9, 1828, at Yasnaya Polyana, a family estate in Tula Governorate, Russia, he evolved from an aristocratic daydreamer into a literary colossus whose works redefined the novel and challenged societal norms. His life was a ceaseless quest for meaning, a journey through privilege, artistic triumph, spiritual crisis, and radical moral transformation that continues to inspire readers and thinkers worldwide. Tolstoy's early years were steeped in the comforts and complexities of Russian nobility. Orphaned at 9, he was raised by relatives, absorbing the rhythms of country life while developing a keen eye for human nature. His education was patchwork home tutors, Kazan University, where he studied Oriental languages and law, and self-directed reading. Restless and intellectually voracious, he abandoned formal studies in 1847 to manage his estate, experiment with peasant education, and chase the elusive essence of existence. These formative years bred both his empathy for the rural poor and his lifelong habit of self-examination. His literary debut emerged from personal turbulence. In the 1850s, serving as an artillery officer during the Crimean War, Tolstoy penned Sevastopol sketches 1855, vivid and romanticized accounts of battle that established his reputation as a traveler. Returning to Yasnaya Polyana, he threw himself into writing and social reform. His early novels, including Childhood 1852 and Youth 1857, blended autobiographical fragments with psychological insight, hinting at the narrative depth to come. The pinnacle of his artistic achievement arrived in the 1860s and 1870s with two monumental works: War and Peace 1869, a 1,200-page epic spanning the Napoleonic Wars. It wove historical events with the intimate lives of characters like Pierre Bezukhov and Natasha Rostova. Tolstoy rejected grandiose hero narratives, instead showing history as a chaotic force shaped by ordinary people. Its blend of philosophical inquiry, battlefield realism, and emotional nuance revolutionized the novel form. Anna Karenina 1877, a searing study of adultery, social hypocrisy, and redemption, it opened with the iconic line, "All happy families are like each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way." Through Anna's tragic affair and Levin's spiritual quest, Tolstoy dissected love, morality, and the human soul's restlessness. These novels catapulted him to international fame. Yet even as critics hailed his genius, Tolstoy experienced a profound spiritual crisis. By the late 1870s, plagued by existential dread and disillusionment with aristocratic privilege, he began questioning the purpose of art itself. "How can I write when I don't know what life is for?" he agonized. His search led him to reject Orthodox Church dogma, embrace pacifism, and champion agrarian simplicity. This inner revolution birthed a new Tolstoy, philosopher, moralist, and social critic. In works like A Confession 1882 and The Kingdom of God is Within You 1893, he articulated a radical Christian anarchism, nonviolence. He condemned war, capital punishment, and state coercion, inspiring future peace activists. Simplicity. He renounced luxury, dressed as a peasant, and advocated manual labor. Education. He founded schools for peasant children, believing knowledge should liberate, not oppress. Communal living. He urged redistribution of land and cooperative farming, challenging feudal structures. His views alienated many, including his wife, Sophia Behrs, whom he married in 1862, though she managed his publishing affairs and bore 13 children. Their marriage frayed over his ideological extremes and her desire to secure their family's future. Tolstoy's later years became a tug-of-war between literary duty and moral purity. He wrote short stories The Death of Ivan Ilyich, 1886, and Plays the Power of Darkness, 1886, that distilled his ethics into accessible parables, yet struggled to reconcile his fame with his rejection of worldly success. Key elements of his legacy include literary innovation, pioneered stream of consciousness, psychological realism, and epic scope. Moral philosophy. Influenced Gandhi, King, and peace movements through his advocacy of nonviolence. Social reform. Championed peasant rights, education, and land redistribution. Religious critique. Challenged institutional religion while seeking a personal, ethical faith. Global impact. His works are translated into over 100 languages, studied in schools worldwide. Personal struggle. Embodied the tension between artistic ambition and spiritual authenticity. Enduring themes. Explored love, death, morality, and the search for meaning with unflinching honesty. Tolstoy's final years were marked by increasing estrangement from his family and the establishment. In 1910, seeking solitude, he fled Yasnaya Polyana with his daughter Alexandra. Weakened by pneumonia, he died on November 20th at Estepovo railway station. His funeral became a public event, with thousands paying tribute to the man who had both celebrated and condemned the world he depicted. Today, Tolstoy remains a dual icon, artist and prophet. War and Peace and Anna Karenina are perennial bestsellers. While his moral writings inspire activists and seekers, his life illustrates that great literature doesn't merely reflect life. It can also challenge us to live more consciously. From the battlefields of Borodino to the quiet rooms of Yasnaya Polyana, he showed that the truest stories are those that grapple with our deepest questions. Who are we? How should we live? And what does it mean to be human? Whether remembered for his epic novels, his radical pacifism, or his unrelenting search for truth, Tolstoy's legacy endures. He didn't just write books, he lived a life that demanded of itself and of us the courage to seek meaning beyond the page. As the world's moral compass continues to falter, his voice, at once doubtful, compassionate, and uncompromising, remains essential, reminding us that the greatest stories are those we live, not merely read.